First question on the left in the back. Todd?
Hey, Aaron. Last two have been really good for you, obviously, and just want to know if there's been like a common theme between the last two that you think will help you carry this in through October.
I mean, those are in the past, but yeah, I felt good those past two outings. Hopefully I can keep this going tomorrow. Just excited for this series. It's not really a new team we're facing, so we've seen them a lot. They've seen our pitching staff a good bit, and they're a good squad. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle, and we're ready to compete against them. And our guy Wheeler today, he's going to go out there and do everything he can, like he has done all year for us today to start the series off good. So it's an exciting time to be here in the postseason again.
Next question. In the back there on the left, stay in the back.
Aaron, talk about the opponent being familiar, but the situation kind of is now too. At this time last year, we're talking about ending the drought and first home playoff game. Now that you know what all that's going to be, just how does this year compare to last year at this time for you guys?
We kind of know what to expect, especially in our home ballpark. For a lot of us in that clubhouse, it was our first postseason to experience. So it was all new to us. So we have that experience now, and we know what to expect in game and before the game, after the game, stuff like that. So I'm just happy for the young guys who get to experience it, and some of the really young guys, their first years up here, and one guy in particular for a couple of days. So that doesn't happen usually. Sometimes you got to wait, like several of us did last year. So it's a fun time, and I'm excited to see their emotions and their comments on tonight.
Next question. We're going to stay in the back with Todd on the left.
Speaking of Orion, have you kind of joked around with him, hey, do you realize how long it took me to finally get into the postseason?
Yeah, man, I know. He told me JT got on him a little bit after we clinched the other night. He said he had to wait 8 years, and Orion had to wait like 3 days. So no, it's really cool for him. I mean, a guy who I was in college last year and just kind of rolled through our minor league system, and he's up now. It's pretty special. You don't really hear that too often, and not many guys get to experience that.
And then you're a guy that can throw a breaking ball for a strike with regularity. He kind of can do the same thing. Can you speak to maybe your impressions of his sweeper / slider and what you like?
Yeah, it's electric. Everybody knows that now, and he also has an electric fastball, and I hope he starts to use that a little bit more. I mean, it's 97 to almost 100, so with some sink to it. It's got a lot of talent. He's going to be really good, and when he debuted for us the other night, it almost looked like he's been here for 5 years. So he's got a lot of confidence in his head, which is awesome. Just perfect for our bullpen.
You're in the back on the right.
You mentioned familiarity with the other team. When the stakes are raised like this, do you approach it any differently as far as for preparation as you would a regular season game, or do you kind of look at it the same way as you would facing the Marlins in August, for example?
Yeah, kind of the same way. I faced them quite a few times, and they know me, I know them. For me, it's all about executing what I need to execute at the right times. So that's all I'm going to focus on, try to get ahead of the guys, and try to get early outs and just compete against them and be aggressive.
Down here in the front on the right.
How do you stay grounded getting ready for a game like this and when you're out there?
A little bit easier since kind of experienced it last year. I know what to expect a little bit more, but I'm just going to treat it like another game because it is another game, right? It's just that later on in the season, a certain amount of teams are in the postseason, so obviously it's a little bit bigger stake than a game during the year, but it's still another game, still the same game, and I still got to go out and make my pitches.
On the left over there in the second row.
Aaron, having been around Wheeler now for 4 years, just what stuck out to you watching him up close or maybe behind the scenes that fans don't get to see all the time?
He's pretty much the same guy as you see on the mound as he is off the field, but just with a little bit more fire when he's competing out there. He's super calm, very chill, doesn't let anything get under him or get to him. You don't really know if things are going bad or going good just by the way he acts if you just look at him, which makes him so good in my opinion. He can strike out 15, or he can give up 5 runs. It doesn't really matter to him after the fact. He knows what he has to do leading up to his next start, and he has got a quick memory, so he forgets really quick. So I think that's what really makes him good. And to me, playing with him in 2020 for the first year, he's one of the first guys that I played with who can throw almost 98 to 100 consistently and command the baseball. So you see a lot of guys nowadays that throw really hard, but they don't command it as well. And he has 4 or 5 elite pitches that he can command too, that's what makes him so good.
Anything else, Aaron? You gonna go there in the middle, on the left? Yep.
Hey, Aaron, when you take the mound tomorrow, it'll be 8 days since the last time that you pitched. What has kind of been your routine to get ready for the postseason with a little bit of extra time? I
threw 2 bullpens this go around. Threw a little bit more than I usually do, just to stay ready. I didn't want too much time off because 8 days is kind of a long time. But I feel ready. My body feels healthy. I feel like I got some good work in this week.
Okay, can we go down here in the front?
Hey, Aaron, this season when you've been asked about your contract situation, every time you've said you're not thinking about it, how are you able to not think about it and just focus on staying in the moment?
I just want to win for this team. I want to go out and do good and try to give the team the best chance to win. And that's kind of what I focused on all year. And tomorrow, that's what I'm going to be focused on too, try to have a good start and put the guys in the best chance to win. So, I mean, that's what it's all about right now, and we want to get back to where we were last year and a little bit more. So that's everybody's goal right now, and for me, it's kind of easy to stay focused on that because this is what I've always trained for. It's what everybody in that clubhouse has trained for to get to this point, to get to the postseason, and hopefully have a good run.
Yes? Okay. Thanks a lot, Aaron.
Thank you, guys.